So, when I say the word heritage, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, it's probably something huge, something ancient. The pyramids, the Colosseum. Stuff you can actually see and touch. But what if I told you that our most important heritage isn't something we can hold at all, but something that holds us? Today, we're diving into a different kind of legacy, one built from memories, rituals, and skills. Let's get into what that really means.
Right. So it's really easy to think of heritage as just buildings, physical monuments. But when we do that, we're totally overlooking the invisible stuff that actually gives our cultures their unique flavor. We're talking about the living, breathing things passed down from our ancestors. The stories told around a fire, the steps of a traditional dance, the secret knowledge that goes into a handmade craft. On one side, you've got tangible heritage. That's the physical stuff, the monumental things, the artifacts we put behind velvet ropes in a museum. But on the other side, you have intangible heritage, the living, breathing practices, the knowledge, the skills that actually give the tangible world its meaning. It's the difference between a silent, empty cathedral and the music that was meant to fill it.
Now, this whole idea of intangible heritage didn't just pop up out of nowhere. For decades, the global community was pretty much exclusively focused on saving buildings. But it became clear that a huge shift in thinking was needed. We had to recognize that a culture is so much more than just its physical shell. To really get this, we've got to look at how the official definition of heritage has changed over the years.
Just look at this timeline. You can literally watch the thinking evolve. We kick things off in 1964 with this super narrow focus on historic monuments. By 72, it gets a little broader to include sites. But the real game changer? That comes in 1989 with the first official recognition of folklore. And then, boom, in 2003, UNESCO creates a whole convention just for intangible cultural heritage. This was the moment the world officially said, hey, a community's living traditions are just as precious as its ancient ruins.
And here it is, the official definition that came out of that 2003 convention. Now, the key phrase here isn't just that it's old stuff, it's that it's active. It's what communities themselves recognize as their own, and it gives them that sense of identity and continuity. This is heritage that is performed, not just preserved on a dusty shelf.
At the end of the day, intangible cultural heritage is basically the lifeblood of a culture. As we've seen, it gives communities a real sense of who they are and where they come from. It encourages respect for the amazing diversity of human creativity. It can be a powerful tool for healing and dialogue. And honestly, in a world that can feel more and more the same, it's a crucial defense against cultural homogenization. Plus, when it's managed well, it can fuel sustainable development that actually empowers local communities.
Intangible heritage is right where you are. It's in the recipes passed down in your family, the slang you use with your friends, the stories you tell to make sense of your own life. So the real question is, what are the invisible, unspoken traditions that shape your community? And what are we all going to do to make sure they survive for the next generation?
We invite you to dive deeper in this subject with our course. So let's begin.